it's not quite exactly what you need. You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, I uh I didn't really read books, to be honest. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. I didn't read books till shit really I got out of high school. Uh First book I had picked up was a book called 48 Laws of Power, bro. Very influential book, to be honest. Very influential book. I kind of talked about it in my last podcast with my boy D. Shout out, bro. But I talked about it a little bit. It's really just a book that nobody said it in that video, to be honest. It's really just a book that shows you how to get what you want. You feel me? I personally am a strong believer in I have no choice but to get what I want, because sitting here, like, what else would you do? You know what I mean? When you want something, what else do you do but go get it? You know what I mean? Like, I've always found a way to go get what I want. I've never put myself in a situation, or at least I've never intentionally tried to put myself in a situation where I'm trying to get something that I don't believe I can get. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really believe in you can't get that. I believe in you can get that, but how are you gonna get that? You know what I mean? I don't think that's what people focus on. A lot of people want a lot of shit, bro. A lot of people want a lot of shit. And it goes from money, relationships, friendships, better relationships with their family. Like, people want everything. You know what I mean? People don't just want some things, they want everything. And bro, if you're not choking, you're not smoking. But if you realize that you don't really need a lot, you know what I mean? I understand you want certain things to be certain ways and you want shit to play out how you want it to play out. But sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it, you feel me? Just say, I don't care, you know? I don't care what the situation is. I have what I have, you know what I mean? And maybe that don't make sense to some of y'all. Maybe y'all don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. And you feel me? At any point, keep in mind, as I say, if y'all don't like what I'm saying, like if what I'm saying don't sound like it's logical or makes sense, click off the video. You feel me? By all means, send it to somebody else, because it may sound logical to them, but it just don't to you, and that's fine. I'm a strong believer in do what works for you. You know what I mean? That's what I was kind of trying to get to. Sorry about that, but you just got to do what works for you. Like, a lot of people will try to give you advice on how to do certain things. Now, certain things they may have done, certain things they may have been through, and sort of, kind of, because it wasn't really in your situation. But I think that's what we really have to get to, is focusing on the self. You know what I mean? Like, of course, yeah, we're a community and yeah, all that other stuff, but you have to focus on yourself. It's hard to really get it for anybody else if you don't have it for yourself. I don't understand how people try to give to the world but don't give themselves nothing. It's very interesting. I heard a quote somewhere that said, you can only love someone else as much as you love yourself. And that was crazy to me, because it was like, damn. I found myself sitting in a room one day really asking, like, how much do I honestly care about myself? You know what I mean? How much do I honestly want to be who I want to be, you know? Yeah, it's one thing to say, I want to be so-and-so, I want to be the next this, I want to be the first that, but how bad do you really want it? Like, if you look and see what it takes to be, what it takes to do what somebody like Steve Jobs did, and not even just create a super rich company, because that's probably it was partially on his mind, but I promise y'all, a lot of stuff be, how can I help myself in a way that helps others? You know what I mean? Like, real life. Like, bro, I want y'all to tell me in the comments if y'all have been in that situation where you're trying to help somebody else and you, like, just couldn't, or you did, and it ended up messing up you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people these days will do something for somebody else and then it'll come back and bite them in the ass, but they don't, you feel me? They don't sit there and like take the time to think, is this gonna help me and help them, or is this just gonna help them and hurt me? And recently I was in a situation where I was really thinking like, man, you really do have to plan stuff out for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what the other variables, whatever the other anything is, you have to plan shit for yourself. Like, this podcast even, I hope y'all enjoy it. Let me say that. I hope y'all love it. I hope y'all, you feel me, see this and get something from it. I don't know what you get, but I hope you get something from it. But it's for me, you feel me? Like, I'm sitting in my crib and I'm really thinking like, man, what the hell can I do to like get this to this next step? Because I'm really at a point right now, like I was saying, it could go both ways. So I'm really trying to only focus on how can I make it go my way, exactly how I want it. Not to the T, but exactly how I want it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't sit here and say that I don't think about partying here and there, and it's very, 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 I can't even stress, very, very, very little. You see that? If you can see that, then yeah, that's how much I really think about partying. Because right now, I don't want to party, if I'm going to be brutally honest. You want to know what I want to do right now? I want to be in a situation where I can say, you know what? I'm going to take the week off. I'm going to go to fucking the Dunes in Colorado, or go to fucking Spain or anywhere, you know what I mean? Just go do something, whatever I want to do, you know what I mean? A lot of people right now in a situation where they're like, oh, I gotta get this job, so this job can do this and this job can do that. But it's like, that job isn't thinking about you at all. That job is like so many other things in the world. It's just a machine, and you just a part of it. You know what I mean? That's why I say you gotta think about you. Cause in a world where everything is a machine trying to function for itself, you feel me? Who do you think is trying to keep your machine running? Who do you think is trying to keep your system going? I can tell you right now, I'm not looking to keep your system going at all. So if you don't expect me to do it, and you don't expect your mom to do it, your dad to do it, there's only one person really there. Because who's with you every day? Every day when you wake up. Who do you see every single day? Who do you have to deal with every single day? Which ties back into my point of, do you really love yourself? And honestly, that, it wasn't talked about enough. You feel me? Loving yourself is different from just, oh, you can do certain things, and oh, you know you're good at this and good at that. Loving yourself is, on those bad days, we all have them. We're going to be honest. On those bad days, when them days you don't want to get up, them days you don't want to think about nothing, do nothing, you just not feeling it. Work ain't it. Boss done pissed you off. Fucking don't want to go work out. Don't want to go party. Don't want to do nothing. You just want to stay in the bed and sleep all day. Or whatever you want to do, you feel me? To escape and get your mind off things. Knowing what you want to do and saying, okay, I'm either going to allow myself to do that or I'm going to get my ass up and I'm going to do something to propel my life forward. So I don't have to wake up thinking, holy fucking shit, I fucking hate the situation I'm in, or whatever you be thinking on them bad days. Because really for me, I don't know about y'all, I can't speak for y'all, but on my bad days, it really just be pretty much me sitting there thinking about everything that can go wrong. Everything that can go wrong. From the littlest things. Like, the littlest things. I think of everything that can go wrong and just, I obsess over it when I don't really need to. And partially that's because sometimes I feel like I be getting stuck. And I guess I don't necessarily be getting stuck, but it's like, at times like these, where everything's not necessarily uncertain, but it's on that, you're on that breaking point, you feel me? Which way you gonna lean, what you gonna do, what's gonna happen, what is your future gonna look like type shit. Like, on those days, that's when you gotta pick yourself up, you feel me? Like, and it's hard, man. It's real fucking hard for me, man. Especially for me, because I'm the type of person, I'm not really trying to talk to a lot of people. The people I am trying to talk to, I may not want to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like on my bad days, I'm just, you gotta tread very lightly with me. You feel me? Like, you gotta chill on me. Like, if you see I'm having a bad day, you might have to sit there like, do I really want to talk to this man right now? Like, do I really want to put myself through that? Thinking about yourself, you feel me? Do I really want to put myself through that? Like, that's my bad days. And honestly, after I do whatever, you feel me, just do something that I know. Honestly, what I try to do on my bad days, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. This the sauce. This way y'all need to pay attention. This the sauce. On my bad days, I like to do something that I know makes me happy, bro. Like, and it's not just smoking weed. It's not just listening to music. It's like something I know for a fact is going to, brighten my day, brighten my mood, you feel me? Whatever I was thinking about, I ain't even thinking about no more. Like, I'm chilling. Like, for right now, you feel me? And really, for me, it's just about bringing myself back to the present, because I'm sitting here, obviously, thinking about the future and what if stuff goes like this and what if situations. And honestly, guys, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I had a therapist at one point. She asked me if thinking in the what if category was like, if that was a good thing. Basically, like, because I used to be, what if, you feel me? So she asked me if that was a good thing, and I told her, I mean, shit, I've got this far, so it's gotta be. Bro, not really thinking like it wasn't, you feel me? Like, I'm thinking about stuff that's not gonna happen because I'm gonna force it not to happen. Like, I really be forcing things to go my way. Like, whether I like it or not, once I say, this is the path I'm taking, this is what I'm about to do with something, even on those days where I'm like, fuck, I don't feel like doing nothing, like, I still have to do whatever the fuck that is, you feel me? Like, I still have to work in a certain direction, you feel me? That's the sauce, you feel me? Never giving up on yourself, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna bet on myself, even when I'm down and out, and I know for a fact I don't know what the hell is going on, you feel me? I'm still going, oh yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm still, every single time, like, I've never questioned myself and been like, oh, do I got this? is this something that I'm capable of? You feel me? Like, doubting yourself, bro, that's something you can't do no matter what, my people. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, doubting yourself is like, if you really think about it, you in the world, especially right now, nobody really want to see somebody else win. You feel me? Everybody want things to be about them. You know what I mean? Like, everybody subconsciously thinks about themselves, but they do it in a way that they try to make it seem like they're not thinking about themselves. You feel me? Have you ever, let me give you an example. Have you ever told somebody a story or about how you have accomplished something and they'll be like, oh yeah, I da 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 da. Like, I just got a new car. Oh yeah, my friend got a new car last week. Oh yeah, like people really do that. And it's so, sometimes it can get kind of irritating because it's like, okay, like, yeah, that's cool. You feel me? I understand that. Like, that's great. But, like, I'm talking about me. Sometimes people, and it took me a long time to realize this. Sometimes people just want a little, like, recognition. Like, recognize about something that I've done, something that I struggled at some point in time, and I got what I wanted. You feel me? Like, I guess it wasn't something that it was really, for me, it wasn't something that I thought about because I don't really give myself the recognition. And so it goes back to the whole love yourself thing. Like, at the same time, before you can even give somebody else recognition, like, you have to be able to really, like, you have to really be able to give yourself that same recognition that you want somebody else to give you. You feel me? Like, if you can't give it to yourself, that means you're not giving it to them. And if you're not giving it to them, they're not going to give it to you. Now, of course, you may find them rare gems that sometimes will be like, oh, that's great. I'm so happy that you accomplished that. And some people will say that just to kind of shut you up. But pay attention to what they say after that. You feel me? Pay attention to how they move after that. And that's, all this stuff is stuff I pay attention to. You feel me? I really watch people. Like, I really want to know why is it the way you're acting the way that you are. At least towards me. Because just the way, I don't know how and where, but the way I grew up, but yeah, the way I grew up, I kind of shut my emotions off at one point, so I didn't really need that recognition. You feel me? I didn't really need that good job. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, I was giving myself that recognition, like, oh, I got this shit, I am that shit. You feel me? So, as far as me giving that to somebody else, I was like, what I need to give you that for, because I can give it to myself. And it definitely went into something that probably, who knows what it did, you know what I mean? All I can really do is look at how I was fucking up and what I was doing and what I was not doing and see what needs to be changed, you know what I mean? Like I said, there's no real guidelines to this shit, man. There's no real way of seeing shit and seeing shit before it happened. There's no real way to do that. Like, I'm a strong believer of all the confidence and law of attraction and, like, you know, saying things and speaking it into existence. I'm a strong believer of that. Strong believer of that. Like, it's so crazy. Like, even with this crib, like, I got this crib in 5 days. Like, on some, got home, I was like, I want a crib, got a crib in 5 days. Like, it was really like that. Like, now, of course, I got it prepared and waited for the right time to strike and all of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that. I understand waiting for your time because, of course, you have to know your time. But at the same time, sometimes it's better to just do that shit. Like, even with this podcast, like, as y'all can see, I have the little background back there. You feel me? I got the Albert Einstein. I don't know if y'all seen that. It's like I'm trying something new. You feel me? I'm trying to see what works, trying to see what doesn't work, and that's how you gotta do life. Sometimes you gotta see what works, see what don't work, see what you can do, see what you can't do, see how many times you can do something, how quick it happens. You feel me? Like, you just gotta play with it, you feel me? Like, you just gotta play with it, and you gotta know that, man, you gonna fuck up sometimes, you feel me? It's perfectly fine to fuck up, but if you fuck up and you don't learn a lesson from it, that's when you really fucking up, because now not only are you putting yourself in a position where you don't really know what's going on, because that's what you're gonna see it as, like, what's going on. You think that you're doing everything right, but in reality, you're doing certain things wrong that is really holding you back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how many times I've looked and really seen what I was doing. You feel me? I'm saying I want this. So saying it is one thing, but what am I doing to get this? I'm saying I want this, but I'm doing that too. And I'm over there. What are you talking about? Like, hey, you want this? It's right here. It's in this direction. All you have to do is go in this direction, do this stuff. But I'm doing that. So I'm putting myself in the wrong, just, on the wrong path. It's easy to put yourself on the wrong path. But at the same time, putting yourself on the wrong path, as they say, it's real easy to get into trouble. It's easy as hell to get into trouble. Hard to get out of, easy to get into. But with knowing that, find that line. Find your line of how much trouble is really trouble. Because your trouble might not necessarily be the same as everybody else's trouble. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like you could explain something to somebody as clear as you possibly can. Like, try to use the right words, try to put those words in a sentence that go together, that you feel like it's just real what people need to hear. You know what I mean? You're trying to unlock a door for them. But no matter how hard you put the key in the door, twist the door, and open the door for them, if they don't see the door is there, they'll never walk through it. You know what I mean? Like, this podcast isn't for everybody. That's why I say, get the fuck off my lawn. You feel me? Like, if you don't understand what's really happening in front of y'all, you feel me? Like, not even just me. There's people on here that get to watch the journey. I think the biggest thing I want y'all to take away from anything is just see how I say what I want and I get what I want. You know what I mean? Like, and not even on a way that's just like, oh, look how I'm doing this and I can do this and you can't, but it's more of, I can do this and you can very much do it. You can very much do it. There's no reason you shouldn't do it because you watching me do it. You know what I mean? I guess that's for my visual learners out there. You know, I'm a visual learner. I need to see people do something before I can, oh yeah, I can do that. Like, I don't really need to read no instructions about how to do whatever. If I watch somebody do something, I'll be able to do it, I promise you. No problem. Now, I might not know everything that you need to know on paper, but put me in a situation, I bet you we strive. And it's only for greatness. Oh, bro. But I think think we're gonna end there, to be honest. Keep this one short for you guys. I really want you guys to pay attention to this one. I really want you guys to go back and rewatch some points if you didn't understand it all the way. Like, really want you guys to understand. And another thing before I even leave, hold on. Y'all almost got away. Y'all almost got away. Y'all need to pick y'all friends, bro. Boy, y'all need to pick y'all friends, man. Pick the people who's around you. Real shit. Like, no fucking cap, bro. I'm not even gonna stress that too much. All I'm really gonna say is notice who you around. You feel me? If you were saying you want something, but the people you around don't want something that's close to your something, what is you really doing? Like, and it really sucks. It really sucks, to be honest, because you might have to cut off people that you really fuck with. You feel me? You really vibe with. But don't be scared to give away your old self. You feel me? As they say, people are only a reflection of you. I guess that's true to some point. You feel me? I guess we all have our struggles, and even though our struggles might not be the same, feel me? We tend to treat each other the same, and it's not a good thing. It's really not. It's something that needs to be fixed. But before we can fix it externally, we gotta fix it internally, my people. And in order to do that, you cannot do that with people who is toxic. You know what I mean? To put it in the simplest terms, you can't cure yourself in a toxic environment. It's real simple, to be honest. It's real simple, but like I said, we're gonna keep this one short. Thank you for watching, and as always, for everybody who's watched my videos, for everybody who's liked, commented, I love the support. Thank you for the support. Y'all don't know how much y'all mean to me, but yeah, bro, good shit. I'll see y'all.